pod, dude. We got air. We got AC back. I was sweating last week, dude.
Yeah. Towards the end of it, I was like, I need a shower.
Yeah. We were like, you want to keep going? Like one more clip? We're like, nah, we gotta get out of here. It's time to go. All right, man. The broadcast where we talk anything and everything featuring magic, and sponsored by, potentially sponsored
Soon
by.
to be.
Happy Dad. Running through the topics real quick. I only got a couple. I got Alex Jones. You know who Alex Jones is?
Yeah.
I got his COVID restriction theory that he's got coming up. I saw the Cybertruck. A lot of news on that.
Right.
This week, a lot of photos, and I think even Elon himself jumped in one. So a lot of things surrounding that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just kind of like the Republican debate that happened yesterday, or just the kind of the whole Republican Party itself. But yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, me myself, I also did see some clips about the Alex Jones situation, so it'd be cool to go back and forth on that.
Mm-hmm.
I also too only have a few topics this week. One of the main ones was obviously something that should be happening tonight as of recording regarding former President Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how we can go back and forth. And then something a little bit heartwarming from the main man, Adam Sandler. So,
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, who I know you're a big fan of. So
Yeah, we just saw him live. Sorry to go and fix that camera real quick. Nice. Adam Sandler, of course, the Sandman.
yeah.
What do you want to start on the Sandman? What do we got for the Sandman?
Yeah, we could start. It's the Sandman. It's a little bit of a heartwarming story. Nothing like major into it, but I guess has quite a good relationship with Jennifer Aniston. I think they've done the past movies.
Multiple, I think.
Yeah, what was the just the recent two? It's like Murder Mystery, right? I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess for a period of time now, I'm not exactly sure how long, but I think it's kind of public knowledge that Jennifer Aniston has been trying to have kids, or she has problems having kids. But on every Mother's Day, he sends some flowers. So I just thought that was like a nice little gesture. Just shows how much of a good guy he actually is.
Dude,
you know?
I've heard that, and again, that's probably why he's one of like our favorite celebrities, A-list celebrities.
Yeah.
Because that's like his.
That's just him, innit?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
You see him shooting hoops and stuff like that, just with the regular people. Yeah.
Exactly. Even his clothing. He'll go on the late night wearing just like gym shorts and like a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
But no, that doesn't surprise me. He seems like he's a pretty cool dude entirely. And he's kind of put on all of those people around him, from SNL too.
Yeah, I think all of the movies as well, like he includes a lot of his friends, and he makes sure that they're a part of that. They're all grown up, so that's all his friends. Like, I forgot his name now, but David Spade, stuff like that.
Spade.
Yeah.
Well, Chris Rock, I mean,
Yeah.
he kind of, but you know what I'm saying? I know there's another guy too that.
Is it the guy from Paul Mall?
It's the guy from 50 First Dates. He's like, let's get it on. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, what's his name? I forgot his name.
What is his tagline? It's not "Let's get it on." It's maybe it is.
It might be. Is he the same guy as in Benchwarmers? Is that guy?
I think so. But you know who I'm talking
Yeah,
about. He's awesome.
I'm familiar.
But yeah, no, I can definitely see that. That doesn't surprise me at all. And Jennifer Aniston too. I've seen stuff with her. She seems like she's probably a nice person too.
Yeah.
You never know.
I feel like for how long that she's been in the industry, she's kind of come out pretty well. So, or at least she comes off that way. So
yeah, 100%.
I mean, going from something heartwarming to maybe a little bit not heartwarming.
Sure. What do we got?
We got the whole situation with Alex Jones at the moment, don't we?
Yes. So
not with him, right?
Yeah, it's incredible. I've got just like a couple of just like, you know who Alex Jones is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, super familiar.
Yeah, he's got this theory, and I don't know how much he's wrong about, but I've seen some people say that he can sometimes be onto something, but he's just really. He talks really irrationally, and he's just kind of sporadic, so you don't really know.
Yeah, he just like automatic fire. He's just guy enough, and he'll hit something.
Yeah.
More times than not, but sometimes it has been wrong, unfortunately. So,
yeah. But his latest theory is, I think you just said, starting in September, Airport staff will have to start wearing masks, apparently, to this theory here. Eventually, in October, everyone will need masks again. So in September, airport staff. After that, people will have to start wearing masks. And then in December, his theory is that there will be potential lockdowns.
Not again. I'm not doing it again.
I'm not doing it either.
I'm not doing it again. They're calling it the Plandemic 2.0, aren't they?
Plandemic. I did see that. The Plandemic.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? And I just don't get it.
No. I mean, we've both seen what they've come out and said after lockdowns and after COVID, right? You know, they've just completely gone back. They've taken 20 million steps back and gone, yeah, no, it's all like fake, all this sort of, you know, like the vaccines aren't even like as efficacious as we said they were, all this sort of stuff. And now they're planning so soon after we've come out of all of this, to try and throw us into another lockdown. I think there's even one company, was it Legendary or something like that? Or I think it's Legendary, but they've already administered a mask mandate.
Wow.
Just a company.
That's incredible. And it's a Canadian variant? Is that the...
supposedly, yeah, which is super contagious, apparently. But I mean, apparently, in terms of how deadly it is, there was the Omicron variant, right? I guess it's obviously much weaker than that, and that Omicron variant was hardly effective at all against humans.
I can't think about a world going back to that, especially when I'm pretty sure there's data. Don't mark it on, like, don't take my word for any of this, but masks aren't even like, they're not even something that's going to protect you from this virus.
Nope. Not at all.
I think I've seen some articles where it says by kind of withholding it and almost building bacteria or something of that nature in your mask can be unhealthy as well.
Yeah, in fact, it might probably even worse because you can actually get like bacterial infections, like you're saying, in like your your throat or whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, how effective is a mask going to be when me and you are sitting this close to each other? Well, what's stopping any of this environment, any of this air getting into our lungs?
No.
A mask?
No. I'm with you. And and it's just, my mind could go deep with this and just like, did these big pharma, did they not get enough? What is, if this is a plandemic, right, then you have to kind of read between the lines, right? If it is, why? You know, I feel like it's easy for us to go, oh, this, Syria, if this happened, it sounds scary. It can seem kind of like this entertaining headline. Yeah. But why? Yeah. Right? What's so it's either big pharma needs more, or what? Like what could be the reason of doing this other than they really just genuinely are trying to help society and keep them safe. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like you're saying, the key point is to figure out if there is like an end goal, I guess. I mean, like, like you said, we can fantasize about all these theories of why they're doing it and be like, oh, they're just trying to lock us down. But in order for them to do it, they have to have a goal at the end of it, right? So
exactly.
My only thing really I could think about is, I don't know the stats completely, but during the time of lockdowns and COVID and stuff, I think there was a significant amount more millionaires produced and also billionaires by a certain percentage. So I mean, a lot like the rich people, like the big companies, tech, pharma, all that, they made money. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
100%, and that's why
maybe they just want a little re-up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, did you not get enough? Like, was that not what we just did in 2020? Was that not the numbers they were looking for? If that is the direction, but all you can really hope, genuinely, is that they're really just trying to help society. So hard to believe nowadays with so much that's happened in just the last half a decade, last 5 years, that have shown the federal government and all of its agencies and what it's been involved in. Right. I think that's why everybody's so scared and already kind of putting up a wall and going, you're not getting me this time, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, fool me once sort of vibes.
Exactly.
So, fool me twice, and then this literally would be the third time. So
yeah. And even if there was...
Just relate COVID.
Yeah, I know. It's wild. And it's like, even if there was an outbreak, you know what could probably help you from, other than a mask, if you had a Cybertruck, because Teslas
Right.
apparently.
I saw you reach it.
I'm always reaching, man. I'm always reaching.
But like,
So Cybertruck. I know the Model X and whatnot. My segue here, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that it has like some sort of internal
air filter, purifier kind of vibes.
Only on certain models.
Okay.
Like my Model 3 doesn't have it,
Right.
but like the Model X and S, I think like there could be like a nuclear explosion or something, and it can't get into the car. Like you'll be safe in the vehicle.
So it's like the fridge from Indiana Jones.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's like. But anyway, so Indiana Jones. No. That would be a good segue.
Great.
No, but I would imagine jumping back into that the Cybertruck will probably have that same feature. And of course, on that topic, Cybertruck. Whoa. A lot of new things. I saw Elon was in the latest version that's probably going to go into production.
Yep.
And I also saw hypothetical price tags. Did you see anything about that?
I have not seen any price tags. I'm actually really intrigued to see what they're kind of putting out for that. Because, I mean, looks like it's a heavy duty car. Well, truck, obviously, Cybertruck. And the Teslas, I mean, they're fairly priced. I mean, obviously they had quite a big price jump, maybe like a year or two back, and now they're starting to decrease a little bit. But yeah, I mean, what have you seen price wise?
So it's been all over the place. I've even deliberated with some of our friends on, because I think the original price was $35,000 base.
Really?
I think 35 or 45, and then
That's cheap.
we were talking, and they were saying that. I believe it was Jake that actually said it can't get under 80 at this point, just with inflation, just different things that have happened since 2019.
Yeah.
But the rumor that I saw today is $75,000 is the mark that they're shooting for, which I if that is the case, I know a lot of people can afford that, but it doesn't seem right. Like if it's 75. I just don't see that as a good price point. Entry Cybertruck.
Right, do you think it's too high?
I think it's too high.
Yeah?
I think it's too high. Entry Cybertruck. We're not talking the tri-motor badass one. I'm talking like the base of the base. If it's 75.
Yeah. I mean, what in terms of truck-wise, what is the Cybertruck meant to rival with? Is like the F-150 and stuff like that? Is that okay? I mean, do you know at all what the entry prices are for them? I know you were looking at some trucks at some point, so I don't know.
That's a good question.
Have you seen anything?
I don't know what the newest ones are.
Yeah.
I mean, for instance, I'm like you said, I'm looking for a Jeep Gladiator, which is not that size and capability.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I couldn't. Maybe I'm just.
Maybe like 45 for the base entry.
That's what I'm thinking. Like a stock F-150.
Yeah.
We should look it up. Let's look it up really quick.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking it's got to be around like 40 grand probably, because I don't know. I feel like there's tons and tons and tons of F-150s on the road in Florida. They're pretty much the staple truck. So. You think really if they're going to try and compete with that sort of thing, then maybe they'd come in around there. But 75, yeah, like you said, it does seem kind of high. It seems more like, Raptor sort of price range.
Yeah. I'm looking just from an initial look here. 2023 Ford F-150. Doesn't say Raptor. I don't know if it's a King Ranch. I don't know what model. But they're asking $76,000. Oh, wow. So
okay, so that might just be the going price then.
That just must be the price of the truck.
Hell, yeah,
Holy
we were
shit.
so far off.
Damn, I need to get some more clients. Holy shit.
Shit, for sure. I need to fucking start saving some money.
$76,000.
Wow.
What is the payment on that? Does it be
what, fucking 4? No, 3?
A payment on that, depending. I mean, it all depends on how much you put down.
Yeah. Okay,
but still,
put like,
wait,
it'd probably be like $2,000, probably.
Wow. See, that's the thing. Maybe I'm just off because I'm in the used truck market. Right. I've even seen like 2015 F-150s.
Yeah.
Here in the 20 to 30 range.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Because I plan to, probably beat the shit out of whatever truck I have.
Yeah. It's kind of why anyone gets a truck, really. I mean,
right.
Just to sort of use it just to fucking move shit, do whatever.
Exactly.
At least it's like a secondary car. I mean, like obviously some people actually really like driving trucks, but for your case, you've got the Tesla, so
yeah,
it makes sense.
100%. And sorry to cut you off, but even like that's why the Jeep is cool, because it's like it's almost made to like even if you took everything off and it, say it rained or some shit, like it's not supposed to be like a luxurious vehicle.
No. It's just durable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's we like with us we like really functional stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to have some like, functional purpose. You know.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's nice when something has like more than one use or like more than just like one kind of scenario you can use it in. No, I definitely know that. All right. Well, I mean, 75, not bad. If you're talking about 76, it's decent. Yeah. I mean, I did see some of the pictures of it. Did look pretty fucking cool with Elon cheesing in the window.
Yeah. Just great marketing too, all around. Like you just said, I think everybody saw that photo already.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, all right, take a picture with an iPhone and then post it. Like it's nothing. Yeah. It's nothing fancy, right? It's badass.
Yeah. Well, other than that, I mean, there hasn't been too much going on. If you want to touch on it, I don't know how much you know about it, but there's an influencer boxing matches that go on all the time. So there's I think right now it's called the Prime card, which is between Logan Paul and KSI. So they have the Prime energy drink. So they're calling it the Prime card. They're doing influencer boxing. So KSI is fighting Tommy Fury and Logan Paul is fighting a guy called Dylan Dennis. The fight's all good to go for about October 14th, something like that. You know, it seems like it would be all right. But the interesting part, or the part that's been kind of captured by social media, is the beef between Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis. Don't know if you've seen any of this, but...
I have.
Yeah?
I have.
Okay, so I wanted your thoughts on it, all right?
Yeah.
Because there's a point, obviously, in fighting now to sell fights. There's like a certain sort of beef that's kind of not staged, but they engage in it, right? At what point do you think the beef goes too far?
Where's the line drawn?
Yeah, where's the line for you?
So my thing, I can answer that question. But first off, it's do they know that they can? So there's behind the scenes hypothetical questions that I first have to know.
Okay.
I know this is deep, but answers like this aren't one level for me.
No.
I have to know they look at each other before a fight and they go, we want to sell a shit ton of fucking pay-per-view, a shit ton.
Yeah.
I am willing for you to tell me X, Y, and Z that the internet, everybody probably already knows. I'm willing for you to be able to say that. So there's that, which is strategy. Or if they are just fucking zinging it and it was not a pre-approved thing and they're fucking throwing these haymakers at each other, that's a whole nother caliber. So I would answer your question saying, if it is just throwing shit and see what sticks, for me, it would have to be like family or just like, you know, even if it is a public thing.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Okay, well, how about this, really? So say we were having a boxing fight, right, and it was coming up, okay? It's a little bit of a different relationship, but say there was no, like, real agreement. Obviously, we just know we're going to talk shit like that, but how about, right, so say you weren't actually... No, let's just use it as a bit more extreme. So I took pictures of your wife from her past relationships, not that she's had any, but, like, you know what I'm saying? But
I'm with you.
But hypothetically, and I just started posting all these pictures online of her in a previous relationship, private moments with these other guys kissing, even like nude pictures. I don't even know if these nude pictures are real, but they're all over Twitter. I mean, like, he's notoriously good at creating drama and riding out the beef. I mean, he got Khabib Nurmagomedov to jump out of the octagon and fly and kick him in a stage.
Yeah.
So he's good at that, right? But I was looking at them, I'm like, okay, funny. And I'm like, whoa. Is there not a point where you kind of think...
It's too much or too far?
Yes, too far. That's what
Again, I think it just goes back to that question that we just talked, or that answer. I think that, you know, I don't know what is too far. What is too far to sell tickets? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, like...
Because, like, even after what... I didn't even know anything to their marketing plot or their marketing ploy. I don't really know much about any of this, but I've seen this. And I'm kind of like, oh, shit, now I got to see what's about to go down.
Yeah, you're seeing beef going on. I mean, like, he got sent a cease and desist letter from Logan Paul. So, obviously...
Oh, wow.
I don't think he's taking it too great, so... But it hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
It ain't stopped. But I don't know whether that's just, like you said, playing into it. I don't know.
That's the thing. You can say anything you want to say about Logan Paul. Anybody in the world can. Yeah. But there is some shit that I've seen where this man is a genius marketer. I'm talking genius. Like, to your point, talk about negative press. Like, it wasn't that long ago. I saw they were having some sort of event, and all the fans, hundreds of people, are chucking Prime bottles at them.
Yeah.
And all you see is a clip of them getting bottles thrown at them.
And the tabloids take that and they just run with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then in reality, they told them to do that as a ploy to get free publicity.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. So that's why it's like when I see this stuff now, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. You're either really digging deep here, or it's just you guys looked at each other and said, listen, here's a list of things. You know, I'm telling you, if I was in their seats and I could go, listen, I might send you a picture.
Yeah.
You know, just as long as it's pre-approved. It could go so deep to where it's pre-approved by Logan's wife or his fiance or whoever.
Yeah.
But I just send it over and be like, okay, here's a list of things that you just go for it.
Yeah. I mean, okay, right then. Here's my next question: could Logan Paul / KSI, but mainly Logan Paul, because I think he does the majority of it. But could Logan Paul be this generation's ultimate marketer?
I think so. I think so. He's definitely from a social media, like an influencer standpoint. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because he'll sell. I mean, it'll be in the numbers. He'll sell the Prime drinks or whatever for
billions,
so much that it's like wouldn't even be questionable.
No.
Although you have like the Kardashians and stuff, if they fall under that same umbrella.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I kind of think like the Paul brothers are kind of taking a similar trajectory to them, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sort of like him and Jake constantly have little beefs here and there. The Kardashians are well known for kind of having little beefs between each other, like throwing each other under the bus a little bit. So I don't know whether that's just adding into it.
100%. And feeding off of that, do you think that, because I've seen some of these clips where they're kind of, it's hard to not know what's stage and what's not anymore. Mm-hmm. So is that even almost like a quick little, because I could see in the future there's the brother rivalry, you know, at some point
Romulus versus Remus,
exactly.
Like that old school, just biblical brothers coming against each other,
exactly,
duking it out,
exactly. And you know it's got to be coming.
Yeah,
you know it has to be. So do you think that they're plotting slowly? They're going through that list of people that they want to fight. Mm-hmm. You know, Buddy's doing the WWE. Jake is over here fighting people, and they're just slowly running. And once they run out of people, they're going to make this epic battle of like, especially if they keep winning. You know, if they keep winning, then it's definitely going to happen. Otherwise, you know, one loss is like, okay, then there's going to be rematches and shit.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the flame kind of dies out, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. That's why I'm surprised Mayweather was in on it early on, whereas I feel like McGregor's kind of holding out. There's going to be that moment too, but we'll see when it happens. I'm betting.
Ah, mate. I mean, speaking of McGregor and the fights, you catch last UFC?
No, I didn't.
I know you left at the last. Mate, honestly, those fights, unbelievable.
Really?
Sean O'Malley, new bantamweight, I think he's bantamweight champion. I mean, he just stepped back, just like McGregor versus Aldo. Stepped back, just crossed straight on his chin. That was it. And then just ground and pounded him, finished it off.
Wow.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Because then before that, my favorite fighter right now, Ian Gary, extended his unbeaten record to 13-0. Just absolutely, the guy didn't know what to do. He had no idea. I think it's Neil Magny is fighting. No idea how to handle him.
Yeah,
he's just taking his legs out from him the whole time, and the guy was just laying on the floor. And Ian Gary was like telling him if I can get up and shit. And just
I gotta text you more, and you just gotta, because that's probably why I don't know enough about it. I need to be more.
Should get into it, man. Like the rush you get if you like kind of like get behind a fire and stuff like that. The rush you get when like they win or they lose. I mean, like seeing Adesanya win and lose first and then win, come back to get. I stood. I was like taking my fucking shirt off and stuff. I was like, let's go. I was in the ring with him.
That's awesome. Speaking of in the ring here, I think we got enough for one more topic here because we're doing a pretty dang good job. Why did I say dang? We can say that fuck we want. Pretty damn good job of staying on schedule here. But speaking of in the ring, he must have had a ring yesterday. I don't know. Did you catch any of the Republican debate?
Little bits here and there clips, mainly a few like comical clips, but yeah, go on. Please tell me more about it.
Yeah, no, Vivek Ramaswamy, I'm trying to pronounce his name correctly. He was kind of the standout guy, really took an approach very similar, like the Republican Obama, if you will, just kind of the outcast saying, I mean, there's even clips of him saying like he's a skinny guy that nobody can pronounce their name, like trying to take that approach.
Yeah.
Did a really good job. Had nothing to lose. He's the underdog, has nothing to lose, no super PACs, and he came out kind of firing, you know, on all cylinders in that aspect. So they're saying that he did a really good job. They're saying that he grabbed a lot of more attention and that the other candidates were just like Ron DeSantis, which is the, I can't even say like close second. He's like he's at second place to Trump, but he's not in really like a second place. He's already just so far behind. But they're saying that, you know, he didn't really do much of anything, which I totally agree with, dude.
Really?
Like, yeah. There was some things where there's even one time where he's like, he finished his statement and then you see him like, he's looking at the camera and he's like, and that's what I'm going to do for the American people. And he like you can tell that somebody at some point told him he needs to smile after he talks, which is just wild. The dude's already brilliant, smart. He's in my opinion, I mean, he's doing pretty good, at least through COVID and stuff for Florida.
Great. Yeah, he did great in Florida.
And now if he would just be himself, no issue. But you could tell somebody told him hit that one liner and you just see his. Like, you could just forced it. He didn't want to do it. Dude, I'm telling you, man. You can't make this shit up.
Fucking funny. I mean, in terms of, like, policy-wise and stuff, I feel like he's pretty knowledgeable and I feel like he's got a lot of things going for him, Ron. But I just, you know, like Trump said, I think Trump called him a meatball and he's just lost all sense of emotion and just how to be a human. Yeah. Speaking of how to be a human, I did see one thing about the Vivek guy. Was it, was it Christie or something like that, who tried to say enough of you talking, like I don't want to hear ChatGPT running up.
Chris Christie, which oddly enough, his name is like really close, like Krispy Kreme, like Christie. I don't know why that's funny, but I couldn't help myself there. But I always thought that was wild. Like, why is his name just as?
Because he's a donut.
Yeah, it probably. Yeah, I don't know. That alliteration is like the exact same as. Anyways, sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, is Krispy Kreme like a donut, isn't it? But no, yeah, I just heard him getting called ChatGPT. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was like,
yeah.
I mean, he probably doesn't even know what ChatGPT is. It's like another guy, the same person who told Meatball Ron to smile is the same person that told him to call him ChatGPT.
Probably. Yeah, you're right. That was probably already scripted pre-hand.
It's kind of like low-key racism in a little bit because isn't Vivek...
But I do have to say, what I just said when he referenced the Obama thing, that was off the top of the head.
Really?
That shows me that Chris Christie actually is like at least fairly smart.
Okay.
Because he literally took the exact same line. He's like, that sounds a lot like this this inexperienced guy from 2008. And then afterwards, people put clips together, and he literally took the exact same line that he said, and he knew it. I was like, damn. So he couldn't have been cued for that unless he already knew what his.
Done his research.
Unless Vivek has already probably said that line one too many times. To a crowd, and he was like, oh, he's gonna say it at some point.
Yeah. Get him when it's born, boys.
All right, well, dude, I think we're running up on. Dude, we're at 29 seconds. How awesome is that?
29 minutes?
Or what the fuck? How many of these? Maybe I've had 29 happy dads. 29 minutes. No, it's perfect.
Kind of smashed that. Nice.
Then. I mean, come on. All right. Well, okay. We'll be back with the second segment. But yeah, no. What we're just mentioning before we started recording here is trucks. But yes, fortunately, like the truck I'm looking for, it's the same thing. It's like because we already have the Model 3 and what we want, because we both like the techie stuff and Mo loves that car. For me, we can get the Jeep, like a higher end Jeep, but I'm totally okay with just like I can't say the bare stock because it needs to look like I want it to look badass. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be lifted a little bit, have some cool wheels.
You're gonna be driving around those shit boxes, yeah.
Be able to take the doors off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But if like my point is, when you're looking for shit like this, as you know, it's like leather seats, like that shit does not matter for me.
No.
As long as it looks, it's good little lift kit on it. Mm-hmm. I can throw stuff in the back when we're doing lawn stuff, and it can tow the boat. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally a checklist. I'm pretty sure like every time you've gone to look at a truck, that should be in your checklist. It's like boat, lawn stuff, and can I take the fucking doors off?
That's exactly it, dude. We'd be at the fucking beach all the time, especially with Blakely on the way.
Yeah.
Dude, if you're gonna be on the beach all the time, and you can excuse me, Daytona? You can drive on the beach there, I think. And
can you still do it New Smyrna or no?
Can you? I don't know.
I thought you always could. I don't know if you can anymore.
I think you can.
Yeah.
And Mo and I, college in St. Augustine. You can. I'm just trying to think southwards. You can't really do it in Cocoa. It says everything's just a little bit north of us, but
yeah.
Anyways, that would be awesome. But it's as I've told you before, dude. It will literally take me forever to find something I want.
Yeah.
Forever. It can be. You could be looking at something that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars, but if it's off by $500, I will literally pull the deal. That's why Morgan doesn't even want to hear when I'm talking about it, because she's just "Are you fucking serious?"
Yeah. No, I'm just honestly, I'm the same I'm the same way. Anytime I'm trying to make a decision and stuff, I'll be the same way. I mean, we had the same. I think we spoke about this before. We had the discussion with the computers. It was the same thing. You were looking at the computer, you knew exactly what you wanted. It's ticking this up. You're like, yeah, and you're like, oh, I don't know, is it the right thing? Can it do this, that, and that? Yep. And then eventually you pull the trigger, but it was after probably a month of you just going back and forth and just making sure.
100%.
I'm the same way. I think I have the kind of brain, I think you do too, that if you give me too many options that I can find myself, it's the worst thing for me, because I will not make it. I won't not make a decision, but I will take my fucking sweet time.
Yeah.
If you give me as much information that is out there in terms of buying things on the internet, and you want to confine me down to make a decision in 30 minutes, no chance. I'm not doing it. Just give it to someone else. They'll do it. I'm not.
I know exactly what you're saying. And that is definitely like-minded there, where there's so many different things, different options. It's okay, what is the best thing that fits my 100%? But then, as I just said, then it gets into a whole nother. If it's not a new product, I get into the worst situation ever. If it's new, easier for me. Computer,
yeah,
it's pricey, but I go, okay, finally I got past that hurdle. Done.
Yeah.
Used shit, again, truck. I go through all of that initial thing. I need to know every feature, every model, what it offers, and then you go into finding it used and trying to find the best price.
Yeah.
Dude, I can...
Especially with vehicles as well, you got to figure out, some years have recalls on certain things and all that sort of, and it just opens a new can of worms, and it's just never ends, is it?
And some people can just go into a dealership and go, oh, I really like that color. you know what I'm saying?
I could never do that.
Isn't that? But that's crazy. That is and they to be fair, people couldn't do the same. They probably laugh at us what the fuck is wrong with these guys? Go get it and fucking buy the thing.
Yeah, I know.
But there's people that walk in and go, oh, I really like that orange.
yeah. I go,
why did
shiny?
Why did
I want it?
Why did I turn into a grandma when I said that?
I don't know.
Oh, I really, really want that. I really want that red Subaru.
Yeah.
It's got the nice stripes on it.
Oh my dude. Speaking of car dealerships, did you see that Ford? Ford is not doing the dealership model anymore.
Isn't it because of the fucking all the dealerships trying to raise the prices and stuff like that?
Well, it's been like that forever.
Oh.
The only company that's changed that is Tesla. Yeah. It's the price, and then you go and pick it up.
Huh.
And now everybody's starting to do that because they don't our generation is now starting to buy vehicles.
Yeah.
Millennials, and are you millennial?
I think I just missed it by a year.
Because you would be what?
Gen Z.
Gen Z, Centennial?
I think I'm Gen Z. Like
Okay.
just by like a year.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay, well, same difference. Millennials, Centennials, that have a very like-minded where they're progressing. They don't want to go to a fucking dealership and have some guy run up to the car. Hey, will you come look at this? It's like, I just want to look. If I don't like it, I move on.
Mm-hmm.
Or preferably, I just look online and then I buy it and then I go pick it up.
And you go buy most of the time brand new, like you were talking about, because it makes the decision easier.
Exactly. And you know, like it comes with a warranty. There's so many things that go beyond that.
Yeah.
But of course, you know, I have a Tesla. I talk about fucking Tesla all the time. Tesla fanboy over here. But the fact of the matter is, gay boy. The fact of the matter is that people are following that same philosophy because it's working.
Yeah, it is. No, I mean, and it definitely is, because it's just like, it just makes things so much easier. It's just like, it's just all there. And then so the worst thing, you touched on it, right? So I have a story about my experience with a car dealership, right? So I leased my vehicle, right? And I'm very happy with it. And I actually went down to the dealership because I didn't really have time to look online. I was like, I need a car ASAP. Let me go, you know. So I wanted a brand new car because I'm leasing it. Obviously, I wanted to get, you know, all this, you know, just make sure everything's right in order.
Right.
All that, right? So go through, find the car that I like. I pick it out. I go, that's the one. I like it. He's like, do you want to test drive it? I'm like, yeah, brilliant. Let's get a test drive it. Ask him questions about the car. Ask him what's in the packages, what it's going to like come out to price-wise. Check all the engines and all that sort of stuff. You know, just do the due diligence.
Like due diligence. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So I've gone through that. Right. And then the one thing about car dealerships over here is that, like, when you speak to the guy, and his name is Tony, right? You speak to him, and then he has to go run off to his little manager and go be like, hey, is this price good? And then
the sales manager.
Yeah. And then he comes back over and goes, yeah, no, we can't do this. And then I'm like, well, no, I'm not doing it. And he goes, well, let me go back over there. It's like a back and forth. I was there for like 2 hours, right? Until the fucking manager finally came out, and she was like, and then she went through, settled it. We agreed on a price. I was like, brilliant, cool. Let's get it sorted. Let me get my car. Let me get the fuck out of here. I've been here for 2 hours. I'm fucking starving.
Yep.
This motherfucker comes round, right, with a completely different car than what I agreed to. Trying to fucking like downsell me. Yeah. I was like, nah. He goes, oh, this is the one where I went, nah, mate. It was, first off, it was the wrong color car.
So you went through all of that effort and you were debating on the wrong vehicle?
Yeah.
Well, you had your mindset, but they had the wrong car.
No. They just tried to pull a fast one on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought for a second you guys are debating on a vehicle that wasn't even the one that you're supposed to. Okay, wow. So they tried to pull a quick one on you and give you what, a shittier car?
Yeah, a shittier car, different color, none of the packages that I wanted and all that for the same price that I'd got the one that was more expensive. So the one they tried to give me was a lesser price than the one that I had been negotiating with them. But I had the VIN numbers and everything.
But that is okay. So that is a prime example of why that model is going out the window. Yeah. Ford has literally ditched it for that reason. Yeah, because you're gonna do that's gonna happen to too many people, and then none of us are gonna fucking go there.
Word of mouth, and be like, fuck that place.
Dude, 100%. Nobody's going there. No. Nobody's old traditional going to do that shit. I hate to say it, but if they change their model, then maybe yes. But I have the not that experience, but very similar, where I sat down. Mo and I were going to go get a truck. We're pretty serious about it. We sat down and they started doing that shit. Ask her. You can next time you're talking. Bring it up if you want. Bring it up. We walked out. They went back, and then I first off I say, okay, here's. They kind of give me a piece of paper type deal. Like, here's the number. Just seemed really kind of corny in a way. Yeah. Okay, we can't do that. Well, I'll go talk this out. And then he goes back behind this glass door, and I looked at Morgan. I'm like, dude, we gotta go because I don't have the patience to.
No, I don't. Because the thing is like, I don't. Not only do I have not the patience, but I also don't have the fucking time to, or I just don't want to see matey, the sales manager, and then the guy I'm talking to peering through the window. Like this, like
100%.
Yeah, and I'm like,
it's
I can see you.
Yeah, and you know, even as a business owner, I'm still a salesman at heart, right? I need to go and I need to explain but I'm describing the benefits of what I'm bringing to the table. Not to give car dealers a nasty rap, but a lot of the times they're just trying to find a manipulative way. They're judging you. They're trying to get the most money out of you. They have no real benefit of being there.
No.
I know that's really harsh, but it's true. It's like as a salesman now, it's like, okay, well, here's what I have to offer. They're just trying to figure out any way that they can get that extra dollar. And I get it. It's their job. Yeah. But if they were a little bit less aggressive and a little bit just more kind of like, hey, this is the number, even maybe like this is what I make off of it. Like I make 3%.
Yeah.
That for our generation might go a lot further.
Yeah, well, because it's like that model's dead, right? So it's just like, what you're talking about in terms of the sales wise, it's like, it's not, what their question should be isn't like how much money can I make off of Brian when he walks in. It's like, what can I do for Brian? Because then if I provide Brian with a good experience, I give him a good deal, or I give him a flat rate that's like advertised at MSRP or whatever it is, right?
Yep.
And then then I treat him well and I do everything quickly and efficiently. Yep. He's like 10 times more likelier
100%.
to come back around the next time he needs a car. What about when Blakely needs a car?
100%.
Then where are you going to go? Oh, I'm going to go down to this dealership because they sorted me out at a great price. They were really efficient, blah, blah, blah. That's 100%. That's how it works. It's how you get customers for life. So then all these dealerships are like, why aren't we getting customers? Why are these cars sitting on? Well, why do you think? Because you're literally just robbing people like in the broad daylight. And 100%. I feel bad for the older generation that go in there and they get their fucking pants pulled down when they walk out with a brand new car. The car worth
but I really wanted the orange one. It didn't really matter to me, to be honest. I really wanted the orange Subaru, and now I don't have a house.
No, I'm with you, dude. And you're right. That is happening. And again, it's the like if I'm going to. How do I say this? So like I go and I'm going to talk. I want to do business for somebody. Mm-hmm. I'm providing the value. I'm selling, but I'm never like strategically going. Let me give an analogy. Car dealers, like I've heard one where they'll get the car, like the car keys, and if they know that it's not going to work, they go, here, take it home, put it in the garage. And once they get, it's a great sales tactic. Don't get me wrong. But once they put it in that car. Or put that car in the garage, it's going to be a pretty much sold deal. So that's a good strategy. I shouldn't say that's too twisted, but it's a lot of, I don't want to say, I feel like I'm giving them a bad rap, but
they
it's
deserve
almost like
it.
a manipulation type thing.
They deserve it. It is manipulation, and it's just like, it could be done so differently in terms where we have like a positive outlook. I mean, like, I'm sure that we are not the only ones when we're talking about this that have,
of course not,
the opinion that we do on the car dealership salesmen and managers, or just the way that they operate. Not the salesmen themselves, but just the way that they operate in terms of their service. So, fuck them, really. I mean, it's crazy. But speaking of crazy, I've heard you've got a crazy coincidence for us.
Oh, dude, what a great dude. The segue is on point. I mean, everything of this podcast, we're fucking nailing it. Okay, so I do have one for you.
Okay.
So what do we call this segment, by the way? Because I think you mentioned it before. It'd be fun to have like a little fucking like corny fucking like zinger song or little noise or something.
These like it's like in the Warner Brothers movies where they used to like spin it around. Yeah. Just like has been.
Yeah. What do we gotta call that? Sorry, we got the dogs going. Hey, cut it out. Come here. Treat. No, perfect segue, brother. Okay. What would we call the segment, though?
I think just crazy coincidences, nice.
Crazy coincidence, yeah. Double C. Okay, we'll get CC'd in on it. No.
Yeah, I like it. Get CC'd in on this crazy.
Get CC'd in on this. Cue fucking sound effect. All right. All right. This one here is Abe Lincoln and JFK. All right. So, Abe Lincoln and John F. Kennedy.
Yep.
Both presidents. Oddly enough, they were both elected exactly 100 years apart. Both were succeeded by Southern Democrats named Johnson. Huh. Isn't that, I mean, just that's in itself is pretty wild. But then you add on that one of those preceding presidents was named Andrew Johnson. He was born in 1808. The other being Lyndon Johnson in 1908, exactly 100 years later.
What?
Oddly enough, their assassins... Yo, come here.
What's going on with the it's a crazy coincidence.
Maybe the dog's barking should just be the CC, the crazy coincidence.
Do you want to hit that from?
Segment.
We should hit that from the top when they're fucking not going off.
I know. We gotta. Come on, cut it out. I'm gonna have to put you guys in the room during the pod, but you always make your appearance. How am I supposed to do that?
You can see his face right now.
Yeah.
Not the room.
We're gonna have to get the doggy cam out here. Get Magic a little. All right, CC take 2. Cue it again. Fuck it. maybe we just do an audible fucking. All right. So do you hear the crazy coincidence between Abe Lincoln and JFK? Have you heard any, or have you ever heard the?
No.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. So they were both elected exactly 100 years apart. Okay.
Right.
Both were succeeded by Southern Democrats named Johnson. One being Andrew Johnson, born in 1808. The other being Lyndon Johnson in 1908, also 100 years apart. Oddly enough, their assassins, one being John Wilkes Booth, was born in 1839. The other, Lee Harvey Oswald, in 1939, exactly 100 years apart. Both assassins were killed before their trial, which can open up a can of worms. And lastly, my personal kind of the craziest here is that Kennedy's secretary's last name. Mm-hmm. Can you guess it? President John F. Kennedy's secretary's last name. Lincoln.
Fuck off, is Lincoln. Fuck off. Shut up.
CC.
Dropping
the pen out here.
That's mental.
Isn't that wild?
Okay.
I mean, I hyped it up there, but that's a lot of. I mean, you can't. My handwriting's chicken scratch over here, but
that's some real Looper. Did you ever watch the movie Looper?
Mm-mm.
So Looper essentially is with Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and he's like a hitman or like an assassin. And the whole premise of the movie is that he's actually, I think he's chasing his future self. Or something like that, to try and kill his future self.
I do think I think I've seen this.
Yeah, I mean, we'll throw something up for what the picture of it. I think it is Looper, but I mean, like that's what that sounds like, because you've got the whole time differences is made. Just history repeats itself, isn't it? Yeah. That's what I was thinking of when you were speaking of that. I mean, could be completely unrelated.
No, I'll have to check it out to see if that actually does have coincidence there, as the happy dads are hitting. But the only other thing that was wild on that, though, that last part where I said, out of all of that, JFK unfortunately was assassinated, but when he was, his secretary's name was Lincoln. It was reported, but I couldn't find a definitive answer that Lincoln's secretary's last name was actually Kennedy.
No.
How wild is that?
No, there's no.
But I couldn't put it in there because I was like, I needed, all this was definitive, truth.
That
one was like, because it was a while ago.
Yeah.
But they're saying that. How wild is that, though?
That could be mental.
Yeah. Speaking of movies, though, I know we got, what are we rolling up on here? We're rolling up on 20. We got 10 minutes here.
All right.
Speaking of movies, when you said that, in correlation to that, it reminded me, Mo and I, we just started Batman.
Which one?
Not like the OGs, not like the OGs, but we started with
Christian Bale?
Yes. Which would be, what's the first one? Batman Begins.
Batman Begins, yep.
So we watched Batman Begins 2 days ago. We started Batman Returns.
Yep. And then I think you got Batman Arkham Knight.
Oh, no, that's what it is. Batman Dark Knight.
Dark Knight is
then it's Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes. But we're trying to figure it out too. Man, is it freaking the first one? Like, Mo doesn't. She's not in. That's not that the first Batman's very old, but if he gets prior to 2000, it's a turn off.
Yeah.
So
which she just.
It's not as high definition. So it's just like, fuck. What am I watching?
No sex tonight.
She's like, you ain't getting laid. No more babies in the future if I'm watching. When Blakely was conceived, we were watching
4K UHD.
Yeah, we're watching fucking Oppenheimer. No.
Jesus. Yeah, right as the bombs drop. Yeah.
Baby.
Take that, Japan.
Oh my god! I was talking about the test. It happened when the test went off, ladies and gentlemen. For the record, it wasn't when the actual thing. You know, we wouldn't want to see people perish. Jesus, what's wrong with you, Harry?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right. Cheers. But anyways, Batman. Batman. How do we segue to that? Fuck. Anyways, after I got laid, we watched Batman. No, it's actually really good. Actually, ironically enough, you're gonna get a kick out of this. It might be TMI, but that did actually happen. Ask Morgan. I'm being dead ass with you. Ask her, man to man. You can go, yo. She'll get a fucking kick out of that. Yeah. That is fucking hilarious.
Yo, Morgan, did Brian shag you after you guys?
Say it in that sense. Did you get shagged during Batman? She's gonna look at you. Why the fuck did he tell you that?
I'm gonna check the clip,
but it's gonna be true. It's gonna be true. I promise. Oh my god! Cheers. Thank God he can't make two babies at once, because that might have happened in Batman Returns. But anyways. Okay, all right, okay. No, but it is actually like watching the first one was good. I forgot that there's like in the Batman Begins. Mm-hmm. I forgot that just because the other Batmans that he already has a full suit.
Yeah.
But in Batman Begins, he's actually like creating the suit and then like advancing it.
Well, that's when he's up in the mountains with Ra's al Ghul, isn't it? Who's played by Liam Neeson, right?
That's right.
Yeah. And that's when he like saves, because he like finds out and he tries to burn down the whole place, isn't he? And then he ends up saving him. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Have you not seen all the Batmans yet then?
I have, but it's just been a while.
Right, but you end up knowing that him saving that is ended up what brings back his future enemy, which is when Bane and Ra's al Ghul try to. Yeah,
yes.
That's not in Dark Knight. That's in the other one.
Okay.
So I think Dark Knight's just purely Joker.
Yes, that's right.
And then the next one is Bane and Ra's al Ghul.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No. Or is it the same movie?
I gotta finish the movie, but I'm pretty sure he already came back in the first Dark Knight.
Okay.
Not even the Returns, because I remember him coming back and he's like, "What are you like?" Sorry, my mind is slipping me a little bit just because it's just like a late. Like I literally have the movie on, we're watching it, I pass out to watching it, so it's like
I haven't watched him in a while, but I mean, obviously related to Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Oh, dude.
Unbelievable. He did because he did The Dark Knight, didn't he? And I was just like, oh, it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But like even watching all of it, it's just like that's why we wanted to run it back.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why I'm starting to talk like this.
Rachel,
what's happening? I'm turning into Batman.
That's kind of good.
What's going on? Fuck! I gotta get out of here. I don't know why that was happening. My voice is so.
That was kind of good though. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not bad, is it? Maybe I was the Batman.
Okay.
Watching Gotham, making sure everybody's okay. But anyways, we're watching it. We're loving it, man. When what's his name? That plays Joker.
Fucking.
You know, one of the best actors of all time. I know, he's slipping both of our minds.
Why is he got blonde hair?
Yeah, but when he pulls in as Joker in the one that we just started, it just sets an entirely different tone for that whole movie.
Yeah.
It's just so fun to watch. It's just so good. You feel like there's hardly any. Sorry, I'm looking over at the time here. I think we have a little time here, but I just don't want to get cut off in the middle of this. But I think that there's only certain movies where a character is so good that you don't feel like it's a movie or an actor.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No,
like, him. Are you looking up his name?
I am.
Him portraying Joker when that scene comes in and even when like the bus goes through the bank and it just feels like everybody else is an actor or an actress, and then even as like a media enthusiast like myself, it's hard to get captivated or immersed into a movie.
Yeah.
But when it just feels like he's real, and then everybody else is like an actor.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking
His
wild.
name, he is Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
His name was just slipping my mind.
Mm.
Unbelievable actor. Yeah. I completely agree with you. He was the one person in that movie that just like it, like you said, I think what you're trying to say is like it almost just didn't look like he was playing a part.
No.
It was just like that movie was happening and he was just in it.
Yeah, 100%. And when you watch it, you don't feel like, I don't know how to describe it. Is you don't feel like you're watching, even favorite like superheroes, anything like that. Iron Man, it's like, okay, Robert Downey Jr. is doing his thing. You watch him, but you don't think Heath Ledger. I mean, you do, but you don't. When you're watching that, you're just like, holy fuck.
No, that's the Joker.
Like,
that's the
Joker.
Yeah.
And like, it's not like it doesn't feel like a character in a movie. You feel like that's a real fucking person that's like out to get Gotham. It's just so like powerful.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, and then to add on to him, like the Joaquin Phoenix's performance in the newer Joker movies.
Oh my gosh, that was good too.
Yeah, I mean he's like a different kind of it, right? It's like it's a different take on it. It's a lot more like like psychoanalytical side of it, where you really delve into his psyche of like how he became who he is, and so I mean it's different to him, but I mean it just in terms of performance, just as not on par, I'd say. I think I still edge Heath Ledger, but I think in terms of
I'm with you. I would edge Heath Ledger as well, but different, like you said, different narrative. Same character, different narrative.
Yeah.
You got kind of an origin story, where as Heath Ledger just comes in swinging, just like, who the fuck is this guy?
I think that's almost not harder, and I mean I can't act, so I'm not going to try and like speak my own 2 cents in it, but not harder. But I think that is just coming into a fully fledged role that's like you need to be him at his peak. Is like, and how he did it so well and how he captured that is just second to none.
Yeah, I agree. It's, and even with that, like I'm ready to see the next one as well. But even with how I don't know. I feel like there's like some timeless movies. I guess is what I'm trying to get at. It's like that performance is just kind of like you can watch that 20 years from now. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, you know what it will be. It will be like the way I see it is like in the future where you have like points that you could pick out of like a library of like movie moments that will be up in like the pinnacle where you can just pick out a movie moment or like a movie
100%. And even you saying that is even leading me to even. I know we're running out of time here. We got 30 seconds, but even you saying like picking the moments and like you could even pick that moment and then just definitive moments within that, like when the hospital blew up.
Oh yeah,
and it's improvised.
Yeah. He's like,
yeah, that's like all part of like the same deal. But anyways, we're wrapping up. We did such a great time on keeping things on track in terms of
cheers, bro.
Making this happen. But broadcast anything and everything. Harry, we nailed it.
See you next time.
Until next week, right?
Oh yeah.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, mate.